Offensively, they really spread the wealth.
And they were on fire in all areas. That was a very satisfying road win.
Oh, they are locked and loaded early. 3 for 3.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. 4-point game. Last time they met in New York.
Yeah, and in that victory, they got huge contributions from their bench, and I thought their depth was really the major factor in that game.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Strong move to the hoop. Nice power move. I like that one.
Here's Exum. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City. Kicks it to Favors. Passes to Exum. Here's Gobert. And he gets it to go. Gobert's got his second basket of the night.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great.
Here's Mack, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
Well, better safe than sorry. I mean, you got to be sure when you're in traffic.
Here's Exum, following the score by New York. The dish to Burks. Tipped away. And now here comes Marshall, leading the break. Here's Mack. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of this. That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, a good game tonight for Baddis one. He already has 8 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Well, that's obviously not a big number, but he's been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Now, here's Burks. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City. The Jazz working the ball around now. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw good. Burks. 2 shots. And Burks hits 2 free throws. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the middle. Here's Mack. Plays it up and banks it in. Mack's got 10 points.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Outside Anthony. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Anthony's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
Exum with it, guarded now by Marshall. Exum kicks to Gobert. He feeds it to Exum. Inside, Hardaway with the steal. And they're moving it up. On up the court. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Boy, the kind of moment you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And Utah has possession. The Knicks making the shot. Nice shot by Gobert. 1:49 left to play in the first quarter. Marshall passes to Mack. Anthony in the corner. Pass to Mack. Outside Hardaway. Fires from deep. Good. Hardaway has got his first 3 points of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. And take a look at this list. Every team loves to have guys like these. Big men who can pass like guards. These are their assist totals on the season. Well, you look at the baddest one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
Well, it takes tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of that low post area.
Absolutely, Steve. I mean, these fellas play in the high traffic area on the court, so the passing lanes for them are a lot tighter than they are out on the perimeter. Not nearly as much room.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
Jazz trail by 6. The feed to Clark. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. Gilmore. The Jazz again can't hit it. For New York, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Mack, no luck. Jazz have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Now the pass to Gilmore. To the paint. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Here's Burke.
Well, they find themselves with a big deficit here in the first. One category that jumps out at me, second chance points. Only one bucket for him.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
.15 seconds left to play here in the first. Feeds to Clark. Lets it go from 11. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Knicks up 8. And we're ready to get rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lanes.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Jazz. We've got Ian Clark, also Trey Burke out there, and it's Nelson in at the center, locking down the middle.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, guys, baddest one in the last outing against the Warriors just played phenomenally. He finished with 48 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that?
Good ball movement.
No chance.
Here's Marshall. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Inside to Favors. Blanketed by the D, who fights to the rim for the layup. Favors got his second bucket tonight.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
Marshall dishes to Mack. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
Yeah, but he got a little lucky getting away with it. That could have very easily been called a technical foul.
Exum kicks to Favors. Exum with it, guarded now by Marshall. Doubled by Matt. Gobert, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Here's Mack. Good. Mack's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Jazz trail by 18. Exum passes to Favors. 1:51 left to play in the first half. Here's Hood and Anthony with the block. Here's Mack. Off target with his 3. Utah's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Hood gets the bucket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Here's Mack. Burks covering. 1:11 left in the first half. Here's Mack. No good on the 3.
Boy, he's got a nice looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, a lot of times he'll hit that shot regardless of the defense.
Exum with it, averaging 12 points a game. Hood can't get it to go.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
New York, no good that time either.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Exum kicks to Hood. Inside to Favors. That drops. Favors has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, give credit where credit is due. A terrific assist inside.
The Knicks leading by 14. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Mag dishes to Carmelo. Good on the triple. Anthony's got 11 points.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Exum passes to Burks. Right wing. And Favors kicks to Burks. Here's Gobert, and he dunks it down.
You know, he may not have the elevation or the hops. He doesn't need it, though. The big fella throwing it down anyway.
He usually does save the high flying for the little guys, Clark. You're right.
You know, sometimes it looks like he's pinned to the ground, but when he gets positioned like...
And so that's the end of the first half. Knicks lead by 15. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, looking at the stats, it's hard to doubt you have been the #1 factor for your team. Do you feel like you're controlling the paint right now?
Am I controlling the paint? Yo, I'm always controlling the paint. It's just natural to me. In high school, I controlled the paint. In college, I controlled the paint. Even when I worked at a hardware store, you know what? I controlled the paint section. That's what I did.
Your mindset is working. Well done. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris.
All right, fellas. Great job in the early going. But we've got to keep playing the same way. Keep this building out of it. With our defense, we have torn them up.
Second half, big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You know, baddest one has been exceptional here, guys.
He went off in the first 2 quarters, guys, as he's capable of doing. We might see some changes here in the defensive approach they use on him in the second half.
Yeah, they've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him like he has been.
On the court for the Knicks, Matt in at center. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Kendall Marshall. Then it's Anthony.
Beautiful ball movement again.
Last 5 trips, they've all ended with a great pass leading to a basket, Steve. I mean, they are really sharing the basketball.
They grab their own miss. Jazz trail by 13. Pass to Hood. Inside to Favors. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Favors has got 8.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.